Hello everybody! Welcome back to the stream. This is going to be another fun one. We're just going to look at, you probably have heard about it by now, I imagine, so I probably don't have to explain this very much. But there's this massive leak of old Nintendo stuff. And there's just tons of stuff coming out for it. All sorts of images of all sorts of just stuff from old Nintendo games that we've never seen before. And I thought it would be fun to look at a lot of it on the stream and just talk about it and comment about them. Inspect them. I've been collecting these images over the last week. I probably missed a lot of stuff, but I got a lot of stuff too. Because there was really no good like central way to get this stuff. But as stuff came up or people like showed me stuff, I collected it all in a big folder. So we have plenty of things to look at. And I'm going in blind as I can for this stuff. Like I've looked at most of this, but like I don't know the context over all of them. So like trying to figure out what they are should be pretty fun. So let's just go right into it. We'll just go through these in order, I guess. Beginning with stuff from beta Ocarina of Time. So this first one isn't that exciting, I guess. This is kind of a boring one to begin with, but there is some beta Ocarina of Time stuff. There were some more interesting screenshots here, though, so let's blop those in. This one's kind of interesting, in my opinion. This kind of looks like the castle from Super Mario 64. Because that's an interesting thing about some of this stuff is, if you remember, there was like information from a long time ago that Super Mario 64 used beta assets from Ocarina of Time in it. And these seem to prove that, because there's some very, very similar looking assets to Super Mario 64 that are in some of this old Ocarina of Time stuff. This looks like it's an old screenshot? Oh yeah, it's just, oh, so that makes these more interesting, because these are old. Like, that's an old screenshot, so we'd seen that a long time ago, right? And then now, it's like, and now here it is, we have it. That same area. It's pretty cool. And then there is this, which is the L is real texture is there in the beta for Ocarina of Time, which is very interesting. Again, textures from Ocarina of Time got used in Super Mario 64. Also, if you can think of a better song to play for this segment, let me know. I just picked the same one that I used last time we looked at weird Nintendo stuff. And then, of course, I'm sure everybody's seen this. This is the big one. They found Luigi in Super Mario 64. This isn't the real Luigi. This is just a reconstruction that was done in Photoshop. I have the real, fully reconstructed Luigi coming up in a little bit, though. But yeah, we have this, which is pretty cool. People were very eager to reconstruct that Luigi, and so they just kind of got right on it before we even like had everything for it to fully reconstruct him. This one I found last night is interesting because some of the beta stuff was for Pokemon Generation 4. And so these are beta gym leaders, which I don't really know Generation 4 that well. Like, I recognize all these characters. Well, not all of them, because some of them are different, but like I kind of get it. But yeah, then the one at this one down here, this guy, people are saying looks like Vine Sauce, which is pretty fun. But yeah, this character, this one in the middle here, the one with the orange hair, I recognize that character. Yeah, I never got to play Generation 4, but, like, I know of it pretty well. Like, I know all the Pokemon, obviously. The human characters, not so much, though. Yeah, here we have Beta Garchomp, which is cool. That looks pretty different. And he's, like, in red instead of blue. And, interestingly, like, a lot of these beta sprites for Generation 4 look very unfinished. Like, they just kind of look like little sketches a lot of the time. But this one looks really finished. It looks like they were really confident in that design at the time, and then at some point decided against it. Which is... that's pretty interesting, I think. That's more interesting than some of the ones that are clearly very unfinished. Although they still may be indicative of what the design was originally meant to be. But this, like this one, for instance. Probopass. Where, it may have initially meant to have been less detailed than it ended up being. I mean, some of the main details are still there, like the mustache and the big nose and all that kind of stuff. But the eyes are different, and he's missing like the arms. So they may have intended him to look more like that in the finished version. They didn't go for it. Then we've got Reggie Gigas, who looks pretty much... This one is not that interesting because that's pretty much what he looks like for real. It's just sort of like a sketch version of him. So this one, I mean, it's kind of fun to see what their sketches looked like, I guess, but at the same time, it's like, well, this isn't really a big revelation or anything, is it? Now we get into some more Marios. Here's an interesting Mario. This one, I think, the significance that they were trying to show is that there was wall jumping originally in Super Mario World. Also, with the Super Mario World leak stuff, it was extremely interesting to see how many art style changes it went through before the one that they ended up with, because, like, this is just one of many beta, like, work-in-progress art styles they had for Super Mario World. And it's really cool. Like, there was a lot of thought that went into the art of Super Mario World. And it's interesting the designs that they ended up with at the end. Oh yeah, and anybody in chat, if you have any more stuff that you would like me to look at on stream, feel free to send it. I would love more, because I'm sure there's more. I know I don't have everything. Oh yes, and here is the real Luigi. Not just reconstructed, but like in Photoshop, but like fully reconstructed model with the textures placed properly and everything. So there he is, the real Luigi. I always knew you were real, Luigi. Oh yeah, I don't have this. Let's take a look at that. Beta world maps. Oh yeah, this is good stuff. Let's just throw this in here. Just dumped a half hour ago. Oh, you just dumped it a half hour ago. Cool. Oh yeah, it looks like they originally were having it look a lot more like Super Mario Bros. 3, huh? Well, because wasn't this originally supposed to be like a remaster of Super Mario Bros. 3? Yeah, I figured that's what the broken parts were. I know how these things work. But yeah, that's cool. It's very Super Mario Bros. 3. And then there's this one, which is more Super Mario World, but still Super Mario Bros. 3 flavor. This looks like the same one, but without all the markers on it, yeah. Yeah, cool stuff. Look at how, like, complicated the map is, though. So many levels on there. Few variants of the markers, too. Very interesting, thank you. One of the other interesting things that came out of this was some high-res renders for things that we'd only had crusty versions of in the past. Like this one here for Star Fox, which is really cool to see. The full resolution version. Here's some more Mario variants. And Yoshi. Here's a cute Yoshi. So many Mario variations they went through for Super Mario World. Or I wonder if this... You know what? Considering what Yoshi looks like here, I wonder if this was for after Super Mario World. I wonder if this was for Yoshi. Yoshi Island. I'm not sure where this came from. But it's cool anyway. Just Mario art styles that could have been. Hi, Cassie! Oh yeah, here's Pokemon betas again for us. Yeah, there's a lot of Yoshi's Island stuff. I have stuff that's for sure from Yoshi's Island eventually. But yeah, here's one that's very interesting to me because this one was very different originally. Look at how different that is. That one's definitely not just a sketch, and that's indicative of an entirely different design they had intended. Which is cool, in my opinion. Yeah, I don't have... Like, I wouldn't know how to navigate the leaks themselves, so I've just been collecting images. Just stuff that other people have extracted. This one, of course, is very popular. This is the big popular one at the moment, is the beta Arceus sketch. I've seen lots of fan art. It's pretty cool. I don't know, like, we haven't determined, like, was it supposed to actually look something like this, or is this just an amorphous blob placeholder? A lot of random backups of their server home folder, so it's just something naming, so it's someone naming stuff like just a bunch of random letters, I see. Yeah, that's the beta Arceus. This one is interesting. The beta Darkrai. This, it reminds me of the beta Giratina that we had a second ago with the face. Like, they had these weird, like, chicken faces for some reason that they were going for with the designs. There's stuff from some games randomly inside folders for other games. Dang. Yeah, this one's cool. Very different. And green eyes instead of blue. This beta Rotom, I don't know what to think on this. I don't know if that's just a sketch, and they had always intended it to look like what it ended up looking like. Like, did they just throw that together, or was it supposed to be just like a ball of electricity with arms originally? Like, I don't know, but it's interesting. Very interesting. Cassie says it's cute. Just a little buzzy boy. A zappy boy. This is one that I found interesting, so I saved it. This is Super Mario 64 stuff. Apparently they were working on it all the way back when it was still called the Ultra 64. So maybe it was going to be called something like Super Mario Ultra or Ultra Super Mario. Something like that. A lot of the SNES era games have title screen files named Rogo. But yeah, Ultra 64, so there's a model for that in Beta Mario 64. And then here's the Beta Bully, I think we've decided it is. With the very pokey fingers. I like it. But it doesn't quite look like the stuff that actually ended up in Super Mario 64. So I can see why they changed it. Doesn't quite fit the style they went for in the end. Here's some more high-res stuff. This is too high res to even fit on the screen properly, but there's the Master Sword's original render, which is really cool. I think even squashing it like this is higher res than we would have had originally. Cassie says, my guess is they'd hurt from the front, so you'd have to bump them from another angle. Yeah, that's what I was... That sounds reasonable to me. Then we have a Super Mario 64 one, which is really cool. I like this one a lot. The high-res Mario Planet. This one's very cute. And also seems to show that they intended the worlds that you go to in the paintings to be, like, continents somewhere out there, and you're just teleporting to them. Which is pretty cool. Although I don't know why they have the Pokey on the non-desert location for some reason, but whatever. That's the little planet I think that's on the cover. This is a big one. Let me show you this. We're just gonna have to look at this bit by bit. This is all of the items in Ocarina of Time, but in their original renders. This one is one of my favorites that I saw people showing. And this is just so cool to have this, and also it shows that like Nintendo is better at keeping backups of this stuff than Square Enix, because you know they famously don't have the high-res versions of the backgrounds for the PlayStation Final Fantasy games, but Nintendo just has all their high-res renders still somewhere. But yeah, the one thing that people were pointing out is look at the Eye of Truth, or the Lens of Truth, and it has lips. It has lips on it, which is a revelation, because it used to be too small, you couldn't tell. But now you have this big render, and yeah, there's just lips on there. Here's the ocarinas. And the bomb chew. Oh yeah, those beans are like... Why are they like marbles? There's the hammer. And all of the arrows. And then the magic spells. Pharaoh's Wind. And whatever else they're called, I forget. Very 90s, pre-rendered. All of the Super Mario Kart level maps are in a folder called Car. The mask, potions, empty bottle, bags. And then there's just Sphere, I guess? What is that? I don't remember that. The shields. Oh, the mirror shield, that's different from what it ended up actually looking like in-game, isn't it? Everything's so shiny. Like, everything looks like it's made out of plastic. Like, look at that shield. It's supposed to be wood, but it looks like plastic. Looks like plastic that's meant to look like wood. Also, I love the texturing on the tunics there. The fine grain of the fabric. Just the hook shots. And there's the hearts and the boots. They're so shiny. Link wears such shiny boots. Oh, I love that high-res map there. The spider. Those are... I love these so much. That's so cool. Here's a beautiful one. This one I think is from Yoshi's Island beta. It's just... What is that? It looks like a Muppet. A lot of the stuff from Beta Super Mario World and Yoshi's Island look like Muppets. There was a Muppet thing going on the early designs for those. So many mismatched colors, Ash says. A placeholder Mario Kart title screen? Yeah, Floofstrid, if you have anything else you want to send to me, go ahead. I'd really appreciate it. Here's the Luigi flipping you off one. Here's Luigi flipping the bird. Then we have this Mario, which for some reason, like when I first saw this, for some reason it made me think of Robin Williams. I don't know why. Biss, when I said that, Biss was like, "Oh yeah, I can see why you'd think that." But like I don't know why I think that, but that's just that's the vibe I get for some reason. Ash says it does look like him. Well, thank you, Floofstrid. Let's check this out. Oh, this isn't too different from the final version, is it? I think just the colors are different. Interesting. Put Robin Williams next to him? Yeah, let's do that. Let's see. Oh yeah, this picture. If I flip it the other way. Let's see here. Let me get this. Open image. Flip horizontal. Make it smaller. Oh yeah. Yeah, I see it. I get why I saw it in him. It's so funny. Amazing. Robin Williams Mario. Then we have this Mario that Cassie didn't like. This is Cassie's least favorite. Cassie did not like this one. That's just, oh, don't like. There's more where that came from too, by the way. That's not the only sprite of that Mario version I have. And then here is Arrow's favorite. Arrow, if you are still here. This image is kind of crusty, but it is the Croco Koopa. Croco Koopa, Croco Koopa, Croco Koopa. Oh, you didn't like the version with the bad colors. Oh, I see. Yeah, there's Croco Koopa. Croco Koopa almost happened. It must be this version. This must be the one you didn't like. This one, I think, is... the colors are in error. Like somebody didn't interpret the colors correctly. But you can see the design otherwise. And here I just want to draw attention to this one Mario. How do I... can I crop this? I don't seem to have cropping. But... let's see if I can... see if I can draw attention to the correct Mario here that I want to show you. This one in the middle here. This one in the middle where his neck is pointing straight up. The files are all stored with the color palette separate from the tile sets and they're not neatly organized, so half the time you have to guess which palette file goes with which sprite file. Yeah, I figured it was something like that. Makes sense. But yeah, there's his neck is somehow like that. Then here's just some random Super Mario World stuff. This one has very much the Muppet aura that I was talking about. That weird bird thing, it looks like a Muppet. Something right out of the Muppets. Super Mario World had looked like Muppets originally, I swear. It's a Muppet game. This music is really perfect for looking at this stuff, though, isn't it? This Mario Paint song just goes with everything. And this one was from Star Fox 2, where it showed that originally they were going to have a human character in it. Which is pretty interesting. Could tell things were much more dinosaur. Yeah. This one I don't think is part of the leaks, but it was funny anyway. Just want to show you anyway. The second Donkey Kong. There you go. The second Donkey Kong. I just wanted to throw it in there. Here we have Bowser. Right, this Bowser, this is from Super Mario World Beta. This Bowser, it makes me think of the CDI Bowser. I'm not sure if it looks exactly like it. Let's look up. CDI Bowser. Oh, it kind of really does, actually. Check this out. Yeah, it looks like the CDI Bowser. This must be the Bowser they had to look at. Like when they made the CDI game, maybe they were looking at this Bowser. Although I don't think the timeline lines up with that. Like when the CDI game was made. But that's my fantasy, like headcanon. That they were looking at this Bowser when they made the CDI Bowser. Here we have a little video clip. You may have seen this one. This is going around. All the different beta Yoshis. This one's been very popular. It's so cool to see all these different designs they went through for Yoshi. That last one looks so silly. We went through so many different looks. They definitely wanted him to be more sleek originally. And much more of a dinosaur. Clearly. Although then there's that one with the nose. Yeah, gigantic nose Yoshi. You just go right at the end. He's like, I'm Yoshi. Hello everybody, I'm Yoshi. This one was just silly. It's just the Luigi butt. There's Luigi butt for you. This one is not that exciting. I think this one is from Link's Awakening, I think? Beta? Something like that? And somebody posted this just because it was funny that they just filled up most of the space just saying ROM 2. So that you know that this is ROM 2. Let's give us another. What's another good song that we could play? Maybe some Earthbound music? There's one I have in my head. It's like do 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 do. You know that one? That's Sanctuary Garden. Let's see, battle music. I know it was one of the battle songs. It's not Weird Opponent. Earthbound battle themes. Oh, is this it? Battle against a weak opponent. I just randomly got it first try. There we go. We'll play this now. There's no Earthbound in the leaks though. Its music will fit though. This one was cool. I saw a lot of stuff of this. This was in the Yoshi's Island stuff, I believe, and it looks like it's using a lot of Yoshi's Island assets. And this character is like Rayman, like he has like separate hands and feet, and they're separately animated. And it was really interesting. It used a lot of Yoshi's Island looking stuff. Super Donkey, yeah. There was this here. This might be incorrect palette, but interesting anyway. This is Super Mario World Beta. I love this. This is the Flower Toad. Flower Toad. Wow, they have it! Flower. Here is this game again. The Yoshi's Island-esque one, with the Rayman-esque character. Somebody was saying it looked a lot like Stanley the Bugman from Donkey Kong 3, and it had Donkey Kong in it. So it may have been something to do with that. That's just speculation, though. And then we have this Bowser. I think this is Yoshi's Island. This may also be incorrect palette, but yeah, there you go. The Demon Moomin Bowser, as people were calling it. We have this, which is Yoshi's Island Beta. You love that Bowser, Cassie? This looks like beta version of the little guy, I forget what he's called, who wears the pants. And there's Chili. That's pre-Super Mario 64 Chili right there. Which is pretty cool. Oh, get it? Because he's a snowman? Then we just have a really big Bullet Bill. Like, I guess this was Bonsai Bill, but like even bigger. Haha, he cold, yeah. He is cold. And weird things are going on with the teeth there. Then I just have this really cryptid screenshot. Actually, I don't know the origin of this one. but there you go, there's that. I don't know if that's legit or what, because it's really sketchy. But there you go. The cursed screenshot, yeah. Terribly cursed screenshot. And there's this. Really JPEG-y, but there you go. He looks like Caveman SpongeBob. It looks like he's posing like Caveman SpongeBob. Remember that meme? Browser. And inexplicably, here's Mario doing the same thing. There you go, Mario doing the same thing. He squat. I don't know why they needed to make them squat, but they did at some point. At some point there were squatting sprites. Then we had, this one was interesting. This, I believe, is Yoshi's Island. Oops, that's wrong. This, I believe, is Yoshi's Island Beta, where it seems like initially they had wanted to do it pre-rendered like Donkey Kong Country. Which is very interesting. It almost looks like Yoshi's Story, doesn't it? The Nintendo 64 one. Looks like they could only get the palettes properly done for one part at a time, because then there's this one that has the palettes properly done for the baby. And the other interesting part, in that case, is that this was not Baby Mario. There was just some other baby that they were originally going to have. Just a generic baby. Just Baby the Baby. This is Baby the Baby, who was going to ride on Yoshi's back originally, apparently. Wizard Baby. We have some more Super Mario World. Let's zoom in on this and get some good look at this. The Koopas used to have a bigger head and a longer nose. And there were originally Hammer Bros in the game, check that out, and they look different from how they ended up in Super Mario Maker. Also, this is interesting. So this is one sprite sheet with several variations of the Koopas. It looks like they were like trying out several different designs at the same time. And then of course there's Yoshi. In an older design. And yeah, the colors for the game were a lot different back then. A lot more saturated. I mean, the game was already very saturated, but yeah. Even more. Here's some more sprites. I love all these sprites. Just all of this is just beautiful. I love that we have these. Like, look at these beta blargs. I love them. And there was like a shark variation, basically, it looks like. And then, oh, I missed this. What the heck is this down here? What is that thing? The outlined thing there? What the heck is that? And then there's like the smaller blarg that's like cut off by it there. They had so many wild ideas for this. Look at these little sharks over here. There are so many heckin' stuff that they wanted to put in Super Mario World. And then there's just whatever that is. They didn't get very far drawing that, did they? There's just a little line. And then there's whatever this is. These lines up here. Just mixed in with stuff that was definitely actually in the game. Brilliant. Looks like there's separately stored shark fins here as well. That's amazing. I love that. Here's some Link to the Past, which somebody posted this proving that Link was always intended to have the pink hair. I just want to draw attention to some of the eyes on some of these. There are some beautiful eyes on these characters. Look at this like gremlin Link over here on the right. You found an image of a bunch of Mario characters at a hotel type thing? What the heck is this? What in the world is this? No, I don't recognize this. What the? There's like... Okay, we're throwing this in. Let's see. Let's get a closer look inside this. Some developer fan art? Maybe. There's a little Yoshi in there. Yoshi took his saddle off in this picture. It's like sitting there on the railing. It's like closing there. There's a Toad. They put Peach and Bowser together. Mario's like naked. There's a Kirby. I don't know who that is on the far right. And there's a Koopa. Is Toad smoking? Yeah, Toad is smoking. I totally glossed over that. Yeah, he's smoking. What the heck? Yeah, and Kirby's there. Cubby is, as he says. And then so you can see the whole thing at once. There you go. That's... Well, thank you, Floofstrid, for giving me some extra stuff here. This is... Oh, wow. And then here we have, Beta, Kirby Superstar for the NES instead of the Super NES. And the one thing that I found interesting here is that those sprites are so big. Those would have been massive on the NES. Kirby would have taken up so much of the screen. And then we were speculating that maybe it was originally meant to be a fighting game. Because he is doing fighting moves. I mean, there's Fighter Kirby ability in the game, but... maybe they were doing a Kirby fighting game on the NES originally. Then I included this one myself. Which is, I called this one He Sit. He Sit. Baby Mario Sit. Huh. Says Nogami joined the company in 1994 during the Nintendo Dentsu Game Seminar. His first project was Yoshi's Island, where he worked on character and background design, including some of the enemies. And you found the hotel thing in his home folder, dated July 1994? Huh. So maybe it was just fan art. Interesting. Yeah, this stuff is so cool. Here we have Beta Super Mario All-Stars title screen, which is pretty cool. different vibe to it, for sure. I like the wood with the super. Then we have these screaming faces. Look at that Slippy Toad. It's his home folder on their server. Only Nintendo related stuff in there. Interesting. Yeah, this is just all Nintendo's archives. And then, last but not least, here's a beta Yoshi model. Found in Super Mario 64 beta. We look pretty different. Although, somebody was pointing out, they said, wasn't originally Super Mario 64 supposed to be, or weren't they originally working on it as a Super FX chip thing for the Super NES? And then we find these really low poly models that look a lot like models on the Super FX chip would have been. And it's like, are these a holdover from there? Like, did they bring them over to the Nintendo 64 as they had made them there? Oh yeah, and Cassie points out that they were making a Yoshi 64. Interesting. Cartoony Mario sprites I showed earlier are also in the same folder as the hotel thing. So probably an art test by that guy. Oh, that's so cool. You mean, this one? This one where I was confused where it came from? Oh yeah, because I was noticing it looked very Yoshi's Island. So if that's the guy who worked on Yoshi's Island art, it would make sense, because it would be in his art style. That's really cool. Cool Nintendo history stuff. Not this one? Oh, never mind then. Never mind, just scratch that. Was it the one where I was saying it looked like Muppets? Yeah, that's about everything. That's everything I had collected. I mean, I'm sure there's more stuff. There's so much stuff in there. Oh, that one. Oh, the one that I thought looked like Robin Williams. This one is big. Luigi's cheese. Louise. Oh yeah. Oh, this one. So this isn't... Yeah, okay. Show Luigi's cheese? Does he have cheese? This is different from the Robin Williams one, actually. Similar, though. There's a bunch of, like, big-size Mario art of the various characters. We gotta edit the palette for it to look good. Interesting. Well, this was definitely fun to look through. Didn't have a lot of commentary for it other than just, wow, that's cool. But it was still fun. It was still really cool, for sure. And we only kind of scratched the surface, really. There's so much. But I really wanted to look at some of the stuff that I thought was interesting. If you pick the palette that makes Peach's pink, or makes Peach's dress pink, then Mario's face turns blue. Oh. Amazing. Oh, I see, Cassie. Luigi was going to have cheese in his moveset. Yeah, that's the big Nintendo leak. Just a quick look at a lot of some of the things, a few of the things in the leak. Although it did end up being quite a bit. But yeah. Oh, Green Mario. That's a green Mario, alright. Phew, thanks everybody. I'm going to be right back for just a couple minutes again, and then we're going to continue Papmar Origami King. And that should be a lot of fun. I'm going to try and make some good progress. This wants me to make progress in the game so that they can share memes that they made based on things that happen later in the game. Also, I want to announce next week I'm going to do another stream of this type, but what we're going to be, I'm going to bring Cassie on, and what we're going to be looking at is SpongeBob merchandise. Because there's tons of it, and a lot of it is very strange and interesting. So that's going to be a lot of fun. Oh, and also tomorrow Cassie's going to come stream with me, and I'm going to briefly check out the multiplayer on SpongeBob Battle for Bikini Bottom Rehydrated and see what it's like firsthand. And then we're going to do Animal Crossing. I'm trying to get my island to 5 stars before we do that, but I'm not sure we're going to make it. I'm going to try, but Isabel is very demanding. So we'll see. But yeah, I'm going to be right back for a couple minutes, and I'll be back with Paper Mario, so sit tight, and I'll be right with you.